Hello, and welcome to another evening edition with Fran Forrester for True Rio Stories. I'm here with another exciting story tonight about two brothers who were separated at birth, only to find each other 30 years later. With DNA tests in hand, Aaron and Jeremy are here to present their real stories tonight. Join us in another edition. Tell me more about your side of the story.
When I was a kid, before I met my parents, I was growing up in the streets of Puerto Rico. And I always wondered who my family was, and even though I really loved my adopted parents, I knew there was somebody out there that was my father, somebody out there that was my mother. Did I have any brothers, or did I have any sisters? And so those were questions that I had growing up and really had answers to.
Tell us, we're just so fascinated by this story of brothers separated at birth. Tell us, how was your childhood?
Well, as a child, I didn't think I had any brothers or sisters or real family. So going through my childhood, I always wondered what was going on. I'd ask Uncle Bill Gates that is, about the scar I have on my back, and he wouldn't tell me anything about it. And he said if I ever wanted to look for my real family, I would have to leave their family and give up all my riches, and his riches, really. So I made that choice, and I've been looking for my family ever since.
That was very tough. That's a very courageous move you made. I would like to ask you a couple questions so the audience can get to know you better.
Okay.
What was the first car you ever had?
A blue Ford Tempo.
For some reason in my head, I had to get a Ford Tempo.
Okay. What was your biological ethnicity?
According to the engineers at Microsoft, I'm Hungarian.
My birth family came from Hungary.
Okay, and finally, who's your celebrity crush?
Nick Cage, definitely Nick Cage.
Oh, easy. Nicolas Cage. He's awesome.
Welcome, Jeremy and Aaron. It's so great to have you both in the room at the same time. Tell me about the first time you guys saw each other. How did it go?
I walked into the library, and everybody started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I wondered what they were laughing about. And then Doug said, "Wait till you meet Aaron." And then you walked in the door, and I said to myself, what am I doing walking in the door? And then I realized that I was actually sitting there, and that wasn't me walking in the door. And then I just got all confusing from there.
You know, oftentimes we hear about twins having all these similarities, even if they're separated from birth. Does that ever happen to you two? Have you ever had any of these experiences?
and some of the other things we found in common, like we both like working on computers and fixing things. When did we first notice our scars? What were we? I think it was at the pool over by the gym.
Yeah, that's right. We both have the scar in the same spot.
Yeah, and then so we got really curious about it.
Uh-huh.
We measured how long they were, and they were exactly the same
Exactly the same.
to the millimeter.
To the millimeter.
I'm trying to remember.
Sometimes we'd be talking.
And finish each other's
Sentences! That's what I was going to say.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, guys, that is a very spectacular and shocking story. Happily, we have this special envelope here with your results in it. Would you like to see it? Okay, you ready? It says, in fact, not only are you brothers, you are twins, conjoined twins that were separated at birth.
Wow.
We have the same fingerprints.
And this concludes another heartwarming episode of Rio True Lives. This is Fran Forrester. Join us next week for a segment on, what? Who's that girl walking the loop with him?